Good morning. I hope you're all doing well, that you're staying at home, you're staying safe, that none of you are sick. And so Kelly asked me to do a yoga video for you guys. So welcome to my home. I've never done this before, so please bear with me. And you can leave comments at the end, I believe, and let me know if there's anything that I could do better. I'm hoping you'll be able to hear me all right. I'm going to try and use my loud voice because I got to go back there so you can see me. So if you have a couple of blocks, you can, or big books to use, we're just going to use blocks for one pose today. Let's get started. Okay, all right. So let's begin with some Goranga breathing. I think right now at this time with this virus, it's really important to strengthen our lungs. So the more we can breathe and the more we can get air into those little pockets of the lungs that we don't normally use, because we don't generally use 100% of our lung capacity, the better it is. So let's start today with a little bit of belly breathing, and then we'll go on to complete yoga breathing before we do our Goranga meditation. So sit comfortably. You can sit on your knees. If that's comfortable for you, you can sit cross-legged on a folded blanket, or you can even sit on your couch if you want. Just be sure to sit up straight, whatever position you choose. I'm going to choose my knees here. You can also sit on a block between your knees, or two blocks. So, just begin by becoming centered. Lift your chest, lift your sternum here. If you've been at home a lot and you're sitting, quite possibly your shoulders are tending to drop forward. So think of lifting and lengthening your spine, lengthening up through the crown of your head. You can even pull a little bit of hair on there just to help you reach up a little higher. And roll your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. And then close your eyes. Notice how you're feeling today in your body, whether it's achy anywhere. If it is, just be sure to give a little extra love and care to that part today. Notice your mind. Is it agitated? Is it calm? So we're going to try and calm the mind a little bit. Sometimes when we've got a lot of news going on and different things, the mind kind of can go a bit nuts. So breathing and the Goranga breathing are both two good ways to help calm the mind. So let's begin with the hands on the belly. Exhale completely, draw the belly in. And then as you inhale, let the belly expand. Your breathe into your lower lungs, pushes the diaphragm down, the belly expands. And as you breathe out, the belly moves in. Think of all the little areas in your lower lungs that are getting filled up. Now let's bring the hands to the middle lungs. If you have your middle fingers touching when you've exhaled, as you inhale, those fingers will move apart. So breathe to the belly and then bring the breath up into the middle lungs. Squeezing the belly to help expel all the stale air out of your lungs. Feeling your ribs expand to the sides, to the back, as well as to the front. And now we'll take a fuller breath, starting with the lower middle, and then bringing the breath into the upper lungs. And releasing the breath from the top down. Just continue, just gradually making your breath a little bit deeper with each one. Without straining the breath. Just thinking of popping open all those little closed alveoli in the lungs. And then on our next breath, we'll do Goranga breathing, which is also very calming to the mind and to the body. Calms the nervous system, especially good in times when there's a lot of stress. So as we inhale, we say the sound Goranga, 3 syllables, Goranga. Say it to yourself as you breathe in and then aloud for the length of the exhalation. Try and focus your mind on the sound, on hearing it, on saying it, on feeling it vibrate through your body. Just keeping the mind totally focused on that sound. Your next inhalation, take a full breath in. Goranga. We'll repeat several times. Don't worry what you sound like. Goranga. Practicing in your own rhythm. A couple more. Goranga. And then just sit quietly, notice how you feel. And then open your eyes. And still sitting, you can change your position if you like. Let's take a couple more breaths using our arms as well. So as you inhale, reach your arms out to the sides and overhead. And as you exhale through the mouth, bringing your arms slowly down. Waking up the shoulders. Pressing the arms back as you bring them down as well. Expanding the chest. And then bringing your hands forward to make loose fists around your thumbs. Let's roll the shoulders. Forward, up, back, and down. And if you were sitting on your couch for Gorunga breathing, you can stay there for this one too. Just come forward and sit on the edge of the couch so it's easy to sit up straight. You don't want to be slouching back. So just noticing if there's any tightness, if you've got some tension in your shoulders, just try and squeeze it out, especially as you bring your shoulders up towards your ears. Roll them back as far as you can and down. Really trying to expand the chest. Draw your shoulder blades together on that back movement. And then let's change direction, go the other way. Inhale. Exhale as you come down the front. Again, squeezing your shoulder blades together at the back, rolling those shoulders. Squeezing out tension as your shoulders come up toward your ears. And relax the shoulders. Just relax your arms for a moment. Turn your head gently from side to side. Releasing any tension in the neck. Bringing your head back to center, chin toward your chest, keep your chest lifted. Exhale as you bring your head down. Inhale as you lift it. Be careful of your neck. If you have any neck issues, you don't want to raise your head all the way up, that's fine. Just go as far as is comfortable. Always taking care of yourself first. Bringing your head back to center and tilting your right ear towards your shoulder and then to the left. And just moving back and forth slowly. If you find you have a really tight spot in your neck, feel free to take your hand and massage. Stay there on that side a little longer if you need to. This practice is for you, so you can do what you need to do. And then come back to center, and then let's extend our legs out. Might want to take your socks off. You got your socks on. I'm going to do some toe and ankle exercises. May have not been walking around as much since we've been confined to home. So let's keep our feet working well. So begin with your feet about hip width apart, and keep in mind hip width is here, the center of your hips, not out here. And then lift and spread your toes, and then scrunch them down toward the balls of your feet. And just repeat that in your own rhythm. Noticing whether you have more feeling in some toes than others, as we often do. And just trying to spread some life into those toes that feel a little bit less alive. And then let's point the feet, point the toes, and then flex your feet. Point and flex. And as you do this, take care not to sickle your foot. So sometimes the tendency when we flex the feet is to bring the big toes closer to the body. Try and keep the balls of the feet even as though they were pressing against a wall. Pointing. As you flex, you might feel your heels come off the ground. Maybe not, but you should feel a stretch in the calves. And that's what we're aiming for. Okay, and then separate your feet a little bit wider apart, and let's do outward circles with the feet. Just drawing big circles, trying to bring your little toes as close to the floor as you can, and then big toes also on the inside. We often neglect our feet, but they're so important. Important for our balance, important for being able to get around, to play sports, go for walks, all those things. And then going back the other way. Okay, all right, so let's do a biking pose. So lie down on your mat. And bring your knees into your chest. If you need extra support for your lower back, you can place your hands under your buttocks. And then just begin cycling your legs upward. Just warming up the knees and the hips. And then if you feel you want a little bit more challenge, you want to challenge your abs a little bit more, begin to extend your legs out. And then let's go back the other way. So you can start up here. And then gradually reaching the legs out long before you bring the knees back. And then coming back to center. Let's take our arms out to the sides. And we're going to do a lower body rock here, but we're not going to go down very far. So just bring your knees over just to that point where you start feeling like you're going to lose it a little bit, and then come back up to center. So for this one today, we're going to do it with our legs in tabletop. So keep your shins perpendicular, parallel to the floor, and then just lower, and your thighs also perpendicular, right? And then just slowly come over, and then back to center. So inhale as you lower, and then exhale, draw the belly in, come back up to center. Just warming up the spine, getting a little bit of lateral rotation. And then on the next one, you can bring your knees into your chest, roll to the side, and come up onto all fours for cat-cow. So, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. If your wrists are sore, you can be up on your fists if you like, or you can place a folded blanket under the heel of the hand here. And then on the inhalation, dropping your belly toward the floor, looking forward, and exhaling, rounding the back, drawing the belly in. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. And see if you can keep your breath going. We did the full breathing at the beginning of class. So try and continue with that. Filling your lower, middle, upper lungs, and exhaling, releasing the upper, middle, and lower lungs. Just letting your movements flow. Think of your spine being fluid and just moving from one direction to the other. So keep going, but I just wanted to give you a little hint. If you have, if you know you have osteoporosis, or if your upper back tends to be rounded naturally, then instead of accentuating the rounding of the back in cat-cow, it's best to just do the backward bend, do it gently, and then you can just come back to neutral. Keep your hands pressing firmly down so that you've got strength in your arms and you feel your upper back supporting you. But rather than accentuating this, just do the gentle back bend and then come back to center. Okay. Okay, so from here, let's do sunbird. So starting on all fours, take your right leg back and rest your toes on the ground. And then just lift that leg. Try and keep again, press the hands firmly down. Feel the strength in your shoulders. Draw the belly in and then just lift that back leg. You can point your toe or you can flex your foot, whatever you prefer. And then coming down, getting your balance, pressing your hands down, reaching the left leg back. Breathe in, exhale, draw the belly in, lift your back leg. Hold it steady. Bringing the foot down. Now we're going to do the same with the right arm. So just the right arm, reaching your right arm forward. Taking a couple of breaths here. And down. And the other side. And down. And if you'd like to try both together, then go ahead. Take your left leg back, reach your right arm forward alongside your ear, and then when you're ready, lifting that back leg. So press your right foot down firmly, that'll help you stay steady. And coming down and changing sides, extending the right leg back, left arm forward, pressing the right foot down, left foot down, sorry. And when you're ready, lifting the right foot. And slowly down. let's come up to standing. Excuse me, I need a little drink of water here. So standing mountain pose. Your feet can be together. Or hip width apart. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I'll try and talk louder. All right, so mountain pose, you want to take care your back is not overarched, tucking your buttocks, lifting up through the legs. You want your natural curve in the lower back, so you don't want to overly tuck, you don't want to be overly large, just right in the center. Soft hip creases. Roll your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Reach the crown of your head towards the sky. And then let's take the hands behind the back, interlock your fingers, and inhale, bring your shoulder blades together. Move those shoulders back. Reach the hands down toward the floor. Breathe. Again, full breath in here. You can breathe to your chest. You can even focus the breath on expanding the chest here. And just take a few breaths. And exhale, release. Release the hands. And again, bringing the hands together, interlocking your fingers, reaching your hands down. Inhale, bringing the shoulder blades together, reaching your hands toward the floor, or if you're able, you can reach your arms up a little bit, but take care if you're bringing your arms up that your shoulders are not forward. It does no good if your shoulders are forward to try and lift the arms. If they're forward, just keep moving your hands down and try to bring those shoulders back. If you're fairly open in the shoulders and it feels good to lift your arms, then you can do that. There are always so many variations of the poses because all of our bodies are different. So we always need to honor that and just do the pose that is the version of the pose that's best for our particular body. And then release, lower the arms, release the hands, and let's do a flapping wings here. So again, another one to open the chest, to help us get the breath in, help us expand and strengthen our lungs, increase our lung capacity. And then so bring your hands forward. You can join your palms. And then inhale, separate your arms at shoulder level, breathe in. And then as you exhale, draw your hands together. So it's called flapping wings. So just flap your wings slowly and gracefully, like a really big bird who's not in any hurry to get anywhere. We got nowhere to go, right? And time with your breath. Don't have to keep time with me. And one more time, opening the arms out wide, and then exhale, lower the arms to your sides. And let's just release with twin dragons. Step your feet about hip width apart. Outer edges of the feet are parallel. Sit down as though you're sitting on a swivel stool here. And then let's just begin to draw one hip back and then the other. And keep your arms completely relaxed. Think of wet spaghetti, a jacket with no arms in the sleeves. If you were to twist it on the hanger, the arms would just flop. So your head is just following the movement of your torso. You're not moving your head separately. You're really not moving your arms separately either. You're just letting momentum carry your arms. Relax your shoulders. Just breathe normally. Keep your knees bent the whole time, the same level, so you're not going up and then down. Just stay bent, stay low. And then as you slow down the movement in your hips, your arms will gradually come to a stop, all by themselves. So straighten your legs. And let's do, well, one thing I notice that I tend to do when I'm at home is I tend to flop down onto the couch when I sit. So this chair's kind of high and it's hard to flop into, but I thought we could do this today since we're all at home. We can stand in front of our chairs or our couches, and instead of just like flopping into the chair, let's mindfully sit down onto the chair, okay? So reach your hips back. I'm gonna move this pillow out of the way here. Reach your hips back and slowly, 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 slowly sit down. So the lower your seat, the harder it is. And then as you come up, bringing your weight forward, your feet can be a little further under your knees. So this is one time when your knees can go beyond your toes. And then slowly lifting up to stand up and back down again. So this is something we can do mindfully at home all the time. Instead of just flopping down onto the couch or onto a chair, take it slow. Keep your thighs strong.